What happened?
What?
What happened?
Oh, man.
Our video died?
Hang on.
Did I click on it?
Right below you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Grow Pulling. We are talking the Bob Gilliland Memorial Pull this Saturday, June 22nd. Todd, how are you tonight, sir? Todd, can you hear us? Did I bring Todd on the show? That'd be bad if I didn't.
He has his mic muted.
He has his mic muted. We'll get him squared away.
Are you good?
Hey, Todd, sorry about that.
How's
Live
everybody
stuff.
doing tonight?
Life stuff is fun when it works. Do you know what I'm saying? So.
I'm very bad at this. Brenda, my wife, has been getting me hooked up because my email was crashed off my flip top. So she's been working on that for the last hour, but just got it back up to talk to you guys.
Yeah, I had to call. I'm a mortgage lender, and I had to call my IT department to get my computer crashed 4 times today. And they're like, "Well, Jason, your updates are about 6 months behind." And I said, "Don't they automatically update?" He goes, "Well, that's what Microsoft tells you. That's not what you want to hear." So,
exactly.
Kenzie, can you throw the poster up in the middle, and then we'll put us on the sides there. There we go. Nope, that's not the one I was looking for. There we go. Actually, go in and edit it. There's that one here. You see it? It's this one.
Okay, yeah.
Then you can grab them like that. So, well, welcome everybody. You got it? You drive? Okay. Welcome everybody. It's definitely pulling season now. Are you guys as wet in Michigan as we are in Wisconsin and Minnesota? Are we on the same weather pattern?
No, we had a brief rain shower yesterday. It's been, kind of sunny and hot, cool, nice. We had a great last weekend, and right now it's hot like Florida. It's crazy. Yeah. Unbelievably hot, but we're getting we're just kind of letting the track sit. We know that we got some rain coming on Thursday, so we're not going to open that puppy and kind of let it set. And Friday we'll go to town on it if it allows, and she'll be ready for Saturday.
That's what I like to hear. How was your event last year? Did you have the turnout you were looking for?
Yeah, it was it was a little tough. We struggled a little bit. It was hot. I mean, and I had run, for some reason I decided that I would run a monster truck show before my pull, not hours before, but like a few days before it. And I think it was too close of a double tap. I mean, people were busy, you got your graduations and everything going on. And so this year we said no more monster trucks until fall, and we're going full bore tractor pulling.
Nice. And let's talk about the memorial again for Bob. What does that mean to you? How did this get started, and what did Bob mean to that area?
Well, still tough for me to bite, but it meant a lot to us as a family and stuff like that. That's what we did for 20 years. We tractor pulled, and as I've said 1,000 times, Fremont was the spot that we couldn't wait to get back to. So we're pushing it and getting it bigger and bigger. And like I said, someday we'd love to have a Grand National, but the only problem is we fall on the same weekend as Tomah, but we'll deal with it as we go. We just want to keep building it, making it bigger. We're really keen on making it better for the pullers, and we're offering them a dinner and trying to get them up here. We're getting some money in from our sponsors and whatnot. So, we just want to build it and blow it out and see where it goes from there. We got a world class, they built that new pulling track and stuff with all the stands, and we're going to get some, a roof over it one of these days, but, yep. Just keep building it, making it bigger and bigger. And hopefully Big Bob is looking down and smiling.
I like it. This Saturday, June 22nd, 7 p.m. Super Farms, modified minis, 2-wheel drive trucks, and 3 old diesel trucks. So this must be Region 2 then, right? Todd?
Region 2. Yes, sir. Yep.
Region 2. Yep. Good deal. How many points hooks have the Region 2 had so far heading into this?
I know they had Wasion last weekend. I don't know what was ahead of that. I know we had Morley get rained out, but I don't think we had all that. We didn't have all that power going to Morley. I think Wasion, and that's got to be close to what it is.
No, yeah, because season kind of gets going. I feel like then we have a little bit of lull around the 4th of July, and then it's fair season after that. So
Yeah, then
is
it
this
goes.
kind of always been your date, Todd, as you've been working on this event over the
Yeah,
years?
we're sitting on this one here because we were competing with Wasion and we're competing with Morley, and then obviously this butts heads a little bit with Tomah, but we're nowhere in that class yet. But hopefully someday we get that way, and if we got to move around, we will.
Yeah. No, Tomah's definitely a big dog. So there is no doubt about that. They're
For sure.
49 years, so it's supposed to be, right?
Yep, for sure.
That's what it's all about. So can you hear me okay? I just want to make sure my microphone didn't quit working.
No, you're doing good.
Okay. Sounds
I've
good.
been working all winter long. I was able, like I told you guys last year, I was able to acquire Dad's first pulling tractor back, his Farmall 450. And
Is there a picture of that anywhere we can put on the screen?
I don't have it. I probably do, but I don't know how to do it. But we are going to be finishing that up on Thursday and having that thing ready to go out there and drive on the track. I don't think I'm going to pull it this year, but we're definitely going to get it out there on the track and bring out the American flag on it and have my daughter sing the national anthem to get things going and stuff. So it should definitely be ready to make appearance. It's looking pretty good. Got a brand new 496 in it, and she's got the big 30.5 32s, and she is ready to go. So
We're gonna flip through some pictures from the Facebook page.
There you go. Yeah.
You kind of talk about what we're seeing here.
Yeah, we got the new grandstands. We got a new 450-foot track, and those grandstands are certainly awesome. They have the sun to your back, and our big sponsor Nebor Electric put in a beautiful lighting system. And from where we're standing here, and we're looking towards the west, and the brand new high school and everything's behind us. Since this picture was done, we've built 2 sets of bathrooms up on the north side, and so there's one on the north side, northeast side, and this would be on the front side here where we're standing is where all the competitors will be parking and stuff like that. But just a beautiful facility. They definitely took, a lot of the track from up to the north and the old grandstands and brought it down here. And it's just a great power track. And our guys here in Fremont definitely know how to hook that thing up and make it work. And like I said, when we were competitors for those 20 years, it was just Fremont was always a great, good old power track, along with, many of them here in West Michigan and in the state of Michigan and Northern Indiana, Ohio. We traveled to a lot of those, and it's just, it was the prime of the good old days. And that's what I'm trying to duplicate to, kind of keep the
Todd, are you there?
Going. Yep.
I think his internet hung up on everybody. We're talking with Todd Gilliland, everybody, promoter of his dad's pull, the Bob Gilliland Memorial Pull, this Saturday, June 22nd in there he's back in Fremont, Michigan. Sometimes Todd, we lost you for just a second, but I think you're back now. So,
Yep.
So yeah, we're just flipping through some pictures here a little bit. That looks like a light limited super stock. I feel like I've seen that picture.
That might be right, Alls. I can't tell. The picture on my
is.
screen is pretty small.
Yeah, that's okay. That's as big as we can pull off of that.
Now
Again,
that's the old grandstands. That's the old arena. We probably had 260 foot of track there, and that was at best. And you were headed right for the cow barn, so it was pretty exciting, and people got pretty jacked up about it. But the last couple of years, when we took it down to the new track, and they got to see those big tractors run 300, 400 foot, they were just going nuts. It was a great time.
Is there any more pictures on their page? These are from 23 or 22. I can't remember.
Probably 22.
These would have to be 22 or before.
Yeah. Okay.
We're just say this is the old track and the old arena.
Okay. Gotcha. Now, is this at your fairgrounds then, Todd?
Yeah, we have a fair, at the fairgrounds there. We've been building every year, and we just keep making it bigger and better, and we got a lot of support. Now this one here too is the old track inside the old arena. We used to hold mud runs inside of there. We would build a 10 or 12 foot pit and run those things down through and bounce them off the show barn walls because they were going so fast. So we're looking at bringing some mud runs back to Fremont now that we have a longer track. We used to do a truck show associated with Dad's pull, and it got to be too much, so we kind of eliminated the trucks. But we're looking next year to bring all the trucks back for truck show during the day, and then the tractor pull at night, and maybe even run a class of the semis. So we're really big on that, and hoping that goes down next year. But really
we covered
a lot of support.
We covered that pull in Chippewa, Indiana last weekend, and they had those 4-1 limited pro semis. I don't know if that's an NTPA class yet. I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know if are there any semis on the regional level. You could definitely do an invite only kind of a thing, Todd.
Right, exactly. And we have our West Michigan pullers, and they have a semi class. That's the truck that we did in honor of Dad right there. That's awesome. We did a semi class and at our fair pull, and it was incredible. I mean, those guys, like I said, we got 400 foot of track, and those guys parked it out on the beach, and the crowd just blew it up. So we were thinking about going to try to bring it in. That right there is one of our first trucks, 1947 International. And that was what my dad and grandpa ran together. And I have that truck in my garage. But so we're thinking, we're trying to incorporate it into a truck show, truck pull, tractor pull kind of thing to, just to add another class and just keep growing it up a little bit. But when we had that truck show there, it was incredible how busy it was during the day.
No, it's fun. And weather comes down to be everything, as you know. I mean, we were just in Hutchinson last weekend, and Friday night the weather was just perfect, and then it rained like 3 inches on Saturday.
Oh my gosh!
And, but hey, do you buy rain insurance?
We do not. We do not.
Okay, I learned a lot about rain insurance this past weekend. So there's different policies out there. This policy that Ricky and Julie bought, we had to make an attempt to have the pull. We knew at 9 o'clock in the morning that we weren't having this pull, Todd. We knew, but they made all the pullers stay until they bought a 4 to 8 window, and they made for a quarter of an inch, and they made all the pullers stay. They had to, because if the adjuster shows up and everybody's gone, there was no attempt to make the pull. So it kind of sucked for the pullers because they could have took off and got going earlier, but they did get enough rain and they did that. So be careful, everybody. Or if you ever want to learn something about rain insurance, give me a call. I will. I learned a lot this past weekend talking to an adjuster with Ricky and Julie over the years, and I'm sure it's just like going to Vegas, or it's like going to the roulette table, as you know, Todd, and throwing $5,000 down on black or red. But if it comes, sometimes they can make you feel better.
It's not, as a puller, it's not going to make or break your day, but as a promoter, it definitely could sink your ship. But there was so many, like you say, there was so many rules and regulations that we would have to try to meet that it was almost impossible to predict that. So we decided not to spend that extra money. And if we had to do something for the pullers, we would definitely do that to make it right with them.
We spelled Fremont, Michigan wrong on the bottom of the screen. I just want to apologize to all of Todd's family and friends that we put too many E's in there. So,
nobody will catch it.
Yeah, no, we did. Kenzie just looked at me and goes, "I think you spelled that wrong, Jason." I'm like, "I think you did too." Best food in Fremont. Obviously, Michigan cherries or fudge is amazing, but anything at the pull, someone should try. What do you got?
Well, we've got, I wouldn't want to take and pinpoint. We got like 4 or 5 of the big food wagons coming in, and I think that Fremont area, or like Newaygo County, Western Michigan, we have some really great food trucks. And I tell you what, on Saturday they're all showing up, and we got a food vendor line that goes down behind the grandstands, and it is just amazing the food and what you can get. And this year we've added a couple new ones, and I can't wait. I mean, you can't eat it all, but you sure can taste a little bit of it all. And I can't wait to bring them in and help them out. And I know that several of them are coming to, we have like 4 or 5 cold shows at the fairgrounds to promote the new stands and stuff like that. So we got all those guys coming this year.
No, that's fun. I think, and we say this about every Monday now, I think every puller, every fan should promote one pull once in their life. And it'd make you feel a lot more, it would make you feel a lot more crazy about what it takes and the time and stuff like that. Who are some of the people, Todd, that help you put this all together? And again, if you're just joining us in the summer, the numbers kind of grow once we get started here a little bit and see more people jumping on and watching live. We are with Todd Gilliland. He is the promoter. His dad's pull, the Bob Gilliland Memorial pull in Fremont. this Saturday, June 22nd, starts at 7 p.m. NTPM Region 2, NTPA Region 2, Super Farms, modified tractors, modified minis, two-wheel drive trucks, 3.0 diesel trucks. 5 great classes, again, this Saturday in Fremont, Michigan. Who are some of the people that really help you put this together every year, Todd?
Well, we hit up a lot of the local people, and obviously, for sponsorships and stuff like that, we have a few of the car dealers and a lot of the local, contractors and the electricians, Nebor Electric, Brand Electric, and MPH Logistics, my brother's company and stuff. I retired from the transportation and stuff like that. So, those guys kicking a lot of money. They're always there helping, and the uncountable volunteers with the fair board and stuff like that. This thing would never go down without them. And it literally starts 2 weeks after this pull is over. We start making plans and we start meeting and we start talking and start making the plans for next year. So it's just an endless cycle. And, I started out being a tractor puller with my father for, 18 or 20 years. And you would never realize the work that it takes to bring this back to town. It just surprises me every year that everybody steps up to the table and we make this happen again.
How many years you been having? You said 20?
The dad's pull, the Memorial Bob pull, is this is our 4th year. My dad started back in the 70s, late 70s, promoting the pulls once he started tractor pulling. I was just getting done with high school and then off to college, but he was having it. And we've kind of joined forces with some of the people that were with his show, some of the monster trucks and Chet Prince's jet truck and his jet pulling truck and all that stuff. So we're kind of bringing all that stuff back. And it's funny that we've met back up with Jeff and Jocelyn Perrin, who had the Bush Hog and Little Miss Dangerous. And now I'm seeing all these videos that we have from back in the 70s and 80s of Dad's pull, and all these people are back around us again and kind of flocking around us. And we're trying to just, make that go and make it blow up again, and bringing it back to the people. Fremont is an incredible crowd. We were a little light last year, and I think it was because of the double, and plus it was just so hot, and we're battling that again. But to the crowds, just blowout crowds and super excited, super knowledgeable people, and we just love it.
Yeah, no, it's good. Again, if you're just joining us, Todd Gilliland with us talking about the Fremont, Michigan Bob Gilliland Memorial Pull this Saturday in Fremont, Michigan. There again, Super Farms modified minis, the 2-wheelers, and then the 3.0 diesel trucks. Do you kind of have the same lineup of classes every year? Is that kind of how it works with your schedule with NTPA, or do you get to switch it up some?
I talked with the guys at NTPA and we try to talk about what will go, and I kind of talk with my crowd when I'm, announcing for them and whatnot, and to see what they want to see. I know that semis are on their agenda. We get a little taste of it. During our fair pull in August, but this West Michigan pull, which does a great job, has a great following stuff. They got semis, they got, a pretty good size amount of tractors and stuff like that, but nothing like what comes with a Region 2. And that's right. What Dad and I pulled all those years. So obviously I'd like to run it like this, and hopefully someday we can make that next step to the big stuff and keep bringing, a little bit of change, a little bit of difference. I'm not sticking just to one set of classes, but so far this one's worked out pretty good. We're hoping for a big show of the minis, and last year we had a pretty good shot of the mods. A few of them didn't make it up there. I'm hoping that we kind of replace those guys and get them back up there, and the super stocks or light supers. That's always a fabulous show, and we got a good battle with the 3.0 diesel trucks too. So just kind of watching to see what it does.
Yeah. What pullers is this kind of their hometown pull, or they live pretty close to this event?
We got a lot of tractors in this area, and we got a lot of trucks in this area. There's a lot of 2-wheelers. You got the Slaws down in Holland and a couple other ones down that way, Zeeland, Holland. And of course there's a ton of them down in Indiana and just to the edge of Ohio. We had some guys come last year from Canada, and they did really good, Unchained, and I can't remember the other name, but I apologize to them if they're watching, but they put on a great show. And of course, there's, you got your crop, the Sills being all those
Sills, yeah,
guys
crop
that are
doctor.
here.
Yep.
Yeah, we love seeing them. And yeah, so that's kind of a hometown crowd, but we're definitely looking to, keep it interesting and keep changing it up a little bit as much as we can.
No, it's good. Again, $25 at the gate. Children are 15, ages 13 and up. Children 3 to 12 are $12, and then 2 and under are free. And again, this is is it Newegay, or how do we say that?
Newego County Fairgrounds.
Newego County Fairgrounds.
Yep.
Stewart Street in Fremont there. How big is Fremont, Michigan?
I don't know how many people we have. It's a pretty good sized town. It's one of the bigger towns in the county. I guess we got to be around 8 or 10,000 people now, I would guess. I don't know for sure, but it's a good size area. It's like I say, it's one of the bigger towns in the county of Newego.
I would think
we border right on, Kent County and Ottawa County and stuff like that down by Holland and whatnot.
I would think you're going to have a lot of super farms. They're big in Michigan. That's a really popular class.
Oh, and then Fremont is full of farmers, and we just love that competition with the, with all the colors and the brands and stuff like that. So that's a good one to have, and we definitely like that. We brought in the minis last year, and I had told the crowd the year before what the minis were like, and they, I said they're just a bunch of psychos. And imagine, that huge motor on a 2,000-pound chassis and what it does, and it definitely did not let down. They were impressed with it, and we didn't have a real big class, but we had a good class of it. So I look forward to growing it this a little bit this year, and hopefully we can get some more guys there and give them a good show.
No, I think you'll be fine. Sponsor wise, who are some local sponsors, Todd, that help step up and make this happen?
Like I said, we got, MPH Logistics, we got Nebor Electric, we got Brand Electric. We're working still on and more people. And, there's a lot of, we're reaching out to some of the people out there's, Newego Plumbing and the guys down Damage Restoration. There's a whole lot of people with their hands in this, and just, you can't replace, that kind of support with them.
So your fair pull that's in August, is that also NTPA, or is that the Western Michigan stuff?
That's just the Western Michigan. Those guys put that on there, and we've kind of tried to keep it just a little bit separate to have the, the big guys come in, and then the little guys are there. And like I say, not to minimize their show, it's a great time.
No.
I announced for both, and we as pullers, when my father and I were doing it, we pulled with that club, and the Michigan pullers and the Wolverine pullers and stuff like that. So full support for everybody that comes.
No, that's great. No, and I think it's for the fans. Like for us, at our beer money pulling team merchandise tent, if we don't change up our stuff every year, Todd, it's kind of like, I already bought that t-shirt last year. I bought that hat last year. I learned that after the first couple of years. I'm like, we'd have really good sales the first year, then we were down, and my team was like, Jason, they said they bought it all last year. We got to switch it up every year. I think for you, for the fans, you want to see different stuff. I mean, everybody knows what the NTPA is, and they know they're going to see them at your event, here in June. If they go to August, they know that they're going to see Western Michigan. I think that's fun like that. So.
Right on. Yeah, it works good. And we hadn't had a Region 2 or an NTPA in a long time, since we were pulling, and we stopped in 97. And so, they sometimes lack a little bit in the big mods. We've got Robert Eisenhoff with his dirt grinder, and he comes, and those guys at West Michigan kind of run a class that lets everybody run together. So you don't get that big variety of, you get the, the super stock looking tractors, you get some trucks in there, and you get a few modifieds. But, to bring in, like the first year we brought in the NTPA with the Region 2, man, we had a whacked crowd. I mean, we had a whacked crowd of tractors. It was incredible. And, last year was good too. I mean, it was a good pile, but it was down a little bit. And like I say, we're just hoping to get some of those back, the snow farmers and the fancy farmers and those guys. I don't know where they all went last year, if they had problems or whatever, but just getting a good full crowd of tractors on all classes is what we're looking up to do.
And you were talking about the track earlier, and that's as a puller, that's one of the most important things you want to have is a good track, because why have all that horsepower if you can't hook it up
Exactly.
Who are some of the people? Who are some of the people that put your track together for you, Todd?
Well, we got we go back to the the wizards of it, and it was there was a group of guys with Dad. It was Dave Wolfson. It was Mr. Brinkman, and they and there was a couple other ones, and those guys knew how to build that track. And obviously they've gotten older. A couple of them have passed away, and so like Ben Wolfson has taken over now, and he's got kind of a crew that follows behind him. And I tell you what, those guys, I mean, I just go down there and they know what we're looking for. They know what they need. They know what the track used to be up in the old arena, and they just do a hell of a job, and they know what they're doing. So they'll start on it probably Thursday, maybe not open it up too much because of the weather, but they'll get to work on that thing Friday. And Riemann Farm Equipment brings all the equipment out for us. And I mean, we've never had a bad track at Fremont for any pull. So
That's awesome.
we're very, very fortunate there.
Do you have like a Facebook page or a website I can send people to, Todd?
Yeah, we have the Bob Gilliland Memorial Truck and Tractor Pull is on Facebook. Nuevo County Fair has a Facebook page, and we're hitting that as hard as we can on both of those pages. And I think that West Michigan, I'm not sure, but I think West Michigan even has their own page. So
okay.
Yeah, definitely look those guys up. And like I say, I do some announcing for them, and we travel to a lot of the smaller fairs in the Western Michigan area, Hart and Manistee, and I think they do Muskegon and Hudsonville, and I think they're doing Berlin Fair tomorrow night. The West Michigan guys are. I'm not announcing there, but
okay,
they've got a lot of shows, and they do a great job, and they're great people, and a lot of the same tractors that when we were doing it are tapping Region 2. So
great.
And vehicles, not just tractors, but a lot of the vehicles.
Todd, what are some of your favorite classes to watch just as a fan or just to announce? What are some of your fan favorites or that you enjoy personally?
Every one of them.
Every one of them. Good answer. Good answer. Good politically correct answer.
I'm stupid about tractor pulling and
I am
truck
too.
pulling, and I just love it. I can't get enough of it. And when I get there and start announcing, I turn into the biggest fan, and I'm the one with the microphone, so I love it. And I went to I attended or zoomed in with a couple of the NTPA. They had a school for us to kind of school us on how to do it, and I got a lot of good information from there, and I'm looking forward to using it. But I think that being a tractor puller and running that track and running that tractor, and I know what I like to see, and I feel that it reflects what the people in the stands like to see and like to know, and I just love to be there and share it with them.
How many truck and tractor pulls do you announce a year, Todd?
I do this one and probably six total.
Okay.
I think is what I did last year, and it worked out good.
No, that's fun. That's fun. What are those 6 pulls that you're able to announce every year, Todd?
Well, I did the 2 here in Fremont.
Okay.
We did Hart up there. There was a couple other ones that we were going to do, but they conflicted with stuff that we had going on as a family, so I couldn't do it. But
yeah.
Hopefully this year, if they have us, if they ask us back, I know for sure we'll do the 2 Fremont polls. We got the Hart poll, and obviously we're not going to make the Berlin. That's tomorrow night, but whatever they got and whatever they need, we like to run with them and share experience.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. That's what people don't realize when you put a schedule together. It truly does revolve around the fair and the carnivals and what nights you can have. And that's why sometimes you'll see pulls on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just to have the pull from the fair. But it's good to do that. And I know everybody wants Grand National or everybody wants this or they want that. And, if you have a date in pulling, that association honors your date the next year, unless you turn it down. And once you lose that date, it's hard to get it back because, there's somebody waiting to pounce on it. So
yeah. And that's what we go with that scheduling issue every year. I mean, we were trying to move our rodeo up so that we followed Berlin. And I said, well, you can't do that because that falls right in with the tractor pull. So there you're butting up against that. If you try to move the tractor pull ahead or behind, then we're butting up with Morley or we're butting up with Wasion. It's like you just kind of pick your days and go and make the best of it. And that's the Fair Board has done a really good job with looking at that and listening to what we have to say. But yeah, you just can't move your show around because there's so much stuff that's, like a Tomah where they've had that weekend for 100 years, and so we just got to kind of sit on it and let things fall out where they will.
Yeah. No, and that's what in Richland Center, Wisconsin, where I live, Todd, we had a pull in July, and then some Julys there's 5 weekends and some there's 4.
Right
and
on.
Then, some years it's awesome because it put us right by another pull, and the pullers could kind of come Friday, Saturday, and then other years then we're falling on top of each other again. And it was always, then people get mad and sponsors get mad. You're like, I'm just trying to put on a truck tractor pull. It's frustrating. So.
Yeah. You only have so much summer, and you gotta squeeze it all in. But
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's where the nice part is, like those West Michigan pullers, those guys will fall in a lot during the week. They'll obviously tomorrow night they're having it from, Berlin and whatnot, and then they're moving, but they have a lot of that stuff that fills the week. And it seems like kind of the bigger pulls and the bigger, the region 2 and stuff like that kind of hits that weekend. So it works itself out in the end kind of deal, but you're battling a lot with the rodeos, and we got the monster trucks now, and then we got motocross and stuff like that, and we're trying to put all that in. So it gets a little tougher to tighten things up that way.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Again, we're talking with Todd Gilliland. We got the Fremont, or it's the Bob Gilliland Memorial Poll this Saturday, and I'm just reading the comments. One of Esden Lane's buddies is picking on Kenzie because she always sitting next to me. He always says the coolest beer money pulling team worker. Yeah. We parked next to Esden this weekend up in Hutchinson, so it was really good to see him again. And his tractor has not fared well in Hutchinson the last couple of years, Todd. So it's exciting to see it go back in the trailer and not have a bunch of stuff hanging out the bottom of it.
I know. I watch everything you guys post up, and I watch all the stuff about pulling, and I remember those big names, Angler and Esden and those guys and stuff like that. And what great memories. And Dad and I, we would come back from a tractor pull and talk for hours after pulling one of those guys, and to see it going on still just blows my mind. And like I say, I would love to bring that caliber, and not to cut what comes to Fremont, but I would love to bring that caliber and show Fremont, the stuff that we dabbled in and stuff like that. Cause it truly is not a different show, not a better show, but it's like another show. It's a whole nother level, and I hope to do that again someday.
I had myself muted there. What people don't realize with the Grand National, it's twice the cost too. I mean, yeah, you're bringing in the big stuff, but you need twice the crowd or twice the sponsorship. So, as a pulling fan, I hope you understand that, pulling fans that are watching right now. We need you to come to these events and support these events, because it's a lot of money. And without sponsorship, you're hardly breaking even on these things, guys. So, it's like, oh, I want to bring my own cooler in and I want to get in free. I'm like, well, yeah, if it's in nuts or candies and butts, we'd all be, it'd be Christmas every day. That's what my dad used to tell me all the time.
Yeah,
Right
we can't thank our sponsors enough. And obviously everybody in this last year has gone through some tough times, and it's really getting hard to raise money for it. But we're certainly grateful for the ones that come to us year after year, and we certainly understand the ones that can't do it year after year. But for the most part, we've got a great backing, and they'll tell you if they can't make it happen this year, they want to be back next year. So they realize the value, and it's just a product of the times, and all we can do is hope and pray that next year things will be better and we'll be bigger.
Yep. That's what it's all about. Again, Super Farm tractors, modifieds, the big mods, multi-engine modifieds, the minis. I call those, that's the bull riding of
that is the bull. Yep. That is the rodeo of NTPA. That's for sure. 3,000
horsepower, and they weigh 2,050 pounds with the driver. That's insane. 2-wheel drive trucks, and then 3.0 diesel trucks. So some good Region 2 classes there. You got some smoke, you got some noise. It should be a great time this Saturday, and we're wishing you good luck with the weather. So when your dad passed, what was the last pulling vehicle that he owned, Todd, that you guys had?
We had a 3-engine Banter tractor.
Okay.
And we had two 572 Donovans on the front and a 540 Chevrolet on the back. And, we ran that for quite a few years. And that tractor, as you know, those Banner tractors were very competitive and stuff like that. So it was just a knockdown, drag out battle every weekend, with the Coyote, the Dirt Dancer, the Knipsteins and stuff like that. It was just, and we were all great friends, and Steve Klingenberg and stuff was pulling heavy at that time. So we were all great friends, traveling with friends, Bob Jostock, Jim Martell. It was just a big group of us tractors going everywhere. And I wouldn't trade the times. And I've gotten to be, real close again with Bob and Lisa and Martell, and Klingenberg is, dabbling in it a little bit. And he's raising up those 5 little kids that he had. So he's thinking about tractor pulling again. And it was just the greatest time in my life of traveling with that group. And it was just like this weekend. We were up in Silver Lake. We kind of dabble in the sand dunes up there now with our big race truck. And actually one of my old pulling motors is in it. And I got a big lifted up truck. And we were sitting at the local pizza place and bar. And Jeff Smith from the Lean Meat Machine, he showed up there, and we, talked and reminisced for quite a while. So, that whole group down there in Holland and whatnot, it was just, like I say, I wouldn't replace the times of my life with that. It was incredible. And it's still great to see those people and whatnot.
It's awesome. And so, suspicion of ignorance, we have that. Is that your guys' tractor?
Yep. That was the last tractor.
I know you're on your phone, but we got that up there on the screen for everybody. So yeah, that's pretty cool. What year would that have been, Todd?
So we ran that tractor up until 97. I completed the 97 pulling season with it. And then actually in one of the last pulls in Fremont, there was a guy coming from Wisconsin that bought the top motor, the 540 off it. Right after the pull, it was still warm. We had to use gloves to get it off the tractor and sit it back in his truck. And a couple of the Donovans went out to England or New England, and the chassis went to a guy in Cincinnati or something like that. So
okay,
we actually parted it out pretty well. But
do you know where the chassis is today?
Martell had sent me a few pictures of it. It was a
Martell.
four-way.
If anybody would know, Martell would know.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Martell knows exactly where that thing's at, and he knows where everything's at. And he had sent me a picture of it, and it looked a lot the same. I mean, other than they had a 4-engine configuration with 2 in the front and 2 in the middle. So but it still looked good, and it was the same color and everything. So I was able to show that to Dad before he passed, and he got a big crack out of that.
Nice. That's cool to see. Well, we're going to let you go. Thanks for coming on tonight. We appreciate it. Good luck this weekend. We hope things work out for you, and hope Mother Nature, because really Mother Nature, and last year it was parts, pullers waiting on parts. And I feel like this year, I feel like it's Mother Nature. We went from being in a drought to holy cow, it's wet right now. So
yeah. Well, we're calling for, it's supposed to be 88 and hazy, and no rain on Saturday. So we're looking forward to that, and hopefully the parts supply is let up a little bit. But I sure appreciate you guys working with us. I appreciate all you do for pulling, and it makes it very, very interesting.
Awesome. Thank you, Todd. Have a great night, buddy.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Bye. Todd Gilliland, everybody. There promotes his dad's memorial pull. It's again this Saturday in Fremont, Michigan. We're waiting on our Tomah promoters to come on next. That's about an hour from our house. That's event. We're going to be up there with fullpull.live. It's going to be a lot of fun as well there. So we enjoy doing this. Every Monday night we do Let's Grow Pulling. We're live on YouTube and Facebook right now and Twitter. And we also, Kenzie then downloads the audio tomorrow morning, and we put it up on iTunes and Spotify as well. Just type in Let's Grow Pulling, and you can find out some of our stuff there. So while we wait for our Tomah promoters, let's talk about where you went this past weekend. Russ Dostal says, good evening from rain-soaked Nebraska. Kenzie, why don't you talk about your weekend, Kenzie?
So Friday, I went to Norfolk, Nebraska, or however they say it out there.
Norfolk?
Yeah.
How do you say it? How do you say it?
I'm not from Nebraska.
Okay.
Russ can help
Rest-
me out here.
yeah, help you out there. So
Yeah, Norfolk was a good show. Thought it was gonna rain, didn't rain. Had a nice 4.5 hour show with the light limited mods, super farms, 3,200 super fields, and the naturally aspirated two wheelers.
nice. And that was all on Outlaw TV, outlawpulling.tv.
was. Yeah, then Saturday went to Arlington, Nebraska. Came this close to getting wet.
They said it was raining. Ron says, I was watching the live stream. It was raining to the north, raining to the south, or raining to the east.
Yeah, it was like dark blue all the way around. I'm like, wonderful. But no, we didn't
Was,
get wet.
was the crowd still good?
Yeah, it was. It was full stands.
Because that's the scariest part. Is you're a promoter or a fan? I get it. If you're a fan and you see this radar and there's this 30% chance of rain or 40% chance of rain, guys, still give it a shot. You know what I mean? Unless you got to drive 8 hours, get out there and support those promoters because you never know what's going to happen with rain and different things like that. It's scary. So I want to. So every Wednesday night, we do the weigh-in show. So we work with FullPull.live as well, the official live stream of the NTPA. We're also going to do some live streams with them, some co-live streams with, I believe, Rock Valley, Iowa this year. And gambling is here. The official announcement is coming Wednesday. We did some gambling in the venue. You can go to fullpullpicks.com. Like I said, all the big official announcement will be this Wednesday. But I want to drop a little bit of a little spot on here tonight. Yeah, the Mecwa show was amazing. Heard nothing but good things about that. Our own Chandler Pickler was out there. We did the website and all of the social media for the Shipshewana Summer Nationals. So shout out to Shane Maston and who was Travis Hostetler was on the show with us last there. They built that track on top of the pavement, the dirt that goes inside for the Midwest Winter Nationals. They bring it outside to do that. So I know they had some cool semis and stuff like that. So
I did not mark.
did you get to be Omer's?
Yeah, it's Mark.
That's Mark.
Yeah.
But you saw Omer. You got confused on that.
Yeah. So no, I didn't this time. It said hi to Mark, but that's about all the time I got. Next time. Hopefully next time.
But we work obviously with outlawpulling.tv and fullpull.live, and we're having a lot of fun with that. Kenzie runs the Outlaw TV. I've been hanging out with the fullpull.live team a lot, getting everything going. It's been fun. So this weigh-in Wednesday show at 6 p.m. Central, we do the lineups for all of the. Typically, you don't know the lineups till you get to the poll. Unless the Outlaws, they have the app, and that's really cool. If you don't have that Outlaw app yet, go over and check it out. But most of the other associations, you get there, you go up to the trailer, and you snap a picture of the lineups on there. But with the Full Pull Live, we're getting the lineups 72 hours before, so we can set up the wagering. Full Pull can set up the wagering and knock it out of the park with that. So it's a lot of fun. I'm excited for that. So fullpullpicks.com. In Hutchinson, you got $10 free money just by creating an account. I don't know if that's what they're doing or we're doing yet. I have not heard the official word from Full Pull, but I'll let you know here in a couple of days. But the No Practice podcast will be this Wednesday. I wanted to put that for you No Practice podcast fans. Again, I'm waiting for my Tobin promoters to come on. I think we had a little miscommunication with our start time on them. I need to upload that overlay. Give me 1 second. But Chase and Adam and Tyler are going to be in I think it's called the Bank. Let me find that poster quick. And they're going to do free beer for pullers and dollar beers for it's on the Full Pull Facebook page. If you want to throw that up in the overlays, we'll put that up there on the screen. I thought I did that, but I didn't preload that. Again, I think Chris Shrier's coming on tonight. We're going to talk about Tomah. Of course, yep, put that up there if you don't mind. So on location, if you listen to the No Practice podcast, they do this local establishment spotlight where they call and they talk to the bartenders and stuff like that with pullers. So they talk to the Bank. Tony Tomzik, who runs camera for Full Pull, called this bar, and they said absolutely. So for those of you in Tomah this Wednesday, the 19th, so you can watch our weigh-in show. We announce all the lineups. Then you can head to the Bank bar in Tomah, and they're going to, if you're a puller, they're going to do free beer. I don't know if you have to wear your crew shirt or your hat, or somebody's going to vouch for you, or everybody's going to go in and say they're a puller, right, Kenzie? But otherwise, it's $1 domestic beer for everybody else, and that includes the Busch lattes. So, and I know that's a very, very popular drink in Tomah, Wisconsin. So this Wednesday, you can go see Chase and Adam and Tyler. Everybody loves Adam and Tyler, but nobody likes Chase, right? Is that what we always pick on him all the time?
That's the consensus.
No, we're just having fun with them on that. It's a hoot. James Harmon says, family put on a kids pedal tractor pull at the Clarence, Missouri homecoming. We had over 60 kids in the event last Saturday. That's awesome. Russ says Russ is the biggest t-shirt collector in the world. He actually has his Facebook page is the biggest t-shirt. No, it's on his personal page, biggest t-shirt collector. He's got over 400 t-shirts, I believe. Please remind the pullers to bring their merchandise to Tomah because I'm bringing dollars. So that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. We got some new hats we're bringing with beer money. We're gonna have our yellow trailer on the pit side, and then our beer money merchandise will be in with the full pull tent as well. And don't forget, before every session for Tomah, we're gonna do our countdown to pull time. So 2 hours before, we're gonna go live on Facebook and YouTube. Before Hutchinson, Chase Steinman, and Phil Kelly, they interviewed Joe Ader, and it's Ader. I asked him. It's not Eder, it's not Eater, it's Ader. Okay, remember that. So Joe Ader, the 8-time Grand National Champion there. And but yeah, Hutchinson was a blast Friday night, huge crowd. I've never seen the crowd that full in Hutchinson. They said it's their second biggest Friday night crowd ever. See, David Richardson won the Unlimiteds with the last took of the class. Adam Kester took off in mini rods and he led the whole class, 20 some of them, and then Grant Theobald won it at the end. Nick Gillette with Top Shelf won Super Stock Diesel trucks. Brandon Simon went 413 feet to win the Pro Stock class, and that got the whole Facebook world a Twitter. Because everybody's, it's too far. So yeah, whatever. Sorry, I didn't set the sled. And then semis was won by Brian Ellithorpe with Nikki's Nightmare, Super Stock Diesel, Colin Ross. Blake Graves were second, and Esden Lane was third. That was Hutchinson Friday night. What were some of your winners? You don't get them rattle off the top of your head from Norfolk and Arlington?
So
you just made the video today.
I know.
Putting Kenzie on. This is a new segment. Kenzie, who won Norfolk Friday night, all the classes?
So 4-1s was Justin Deck.
Okay.
With
Dream on. Yep.
I don't remember the 2-wheelers.
Okay. It was the Black Sheep.
Oh, yes,
The
it
red
was.
one. Because I watched your video today.
Family.
I watched your video today.
I made that video like 3 days ago.
Okay.
Anyway. But Arlington, since I made that video today, 4-1s was Gary Barrett with the high stakes horsepower.
Yep.
Light limited mods was Blake Ott with Frequent Flyer. Trying to think now. I'm not good under pressure. Super Farm was Red Rock from Rock Valley.
Yep.
Light Super Ag was what's the name of it? Still Going Broke. I forgot who drives it. And Light Limited Pros.
Yep.
Was Dirt Slinging Demonstrator of Andrew Meister.
Nice. Well, good job, Kenzie. Congratulations to Kenzie there. But all those are up at the Outlaw Facebook page, the 2 winner videos. Mm-hmm. The winner video from Hutch is up on the Full Pull Facebook page as well.
Keith Hammonds won the Pro Stock 4x4.
That's what Keith Hammonds does.
Yeah, he wins.
He wins all the time. He's pretty good at reading tracks. Mm-hmm. Again, I want to, in case you're just joining us, this is the No Practice podcast will be in Tomah in person. You can sign autographs, and I'll probably sign other things for you as well if you're willing. This Wednesday at 7 p.m. Showtime. They're at the Bank Bar in Tomah. I'll have to get an address for you guys. You just use the Google and find the Bank Bar. $1 domestic beers and free beer for pullers. What's nice about that swing is everybody, Kenzie, they go from Hutch down to Tomah. When I parked the full pull toter in the trailer, there was already 30 pullers there.
Oh wow!
That had left from Hutch because they got rained out there on. So I want you to put the Tomah video up on the screen if you don't mind. And I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna teach you a little bit with a couple lineups because I just got an email from the NTPA about the lineups, who we're going to see there. So go ahead and play the Tomah video. Can you play it on the screen?
Yeah. Hang on. I clicked the button.
That's okay. Let that go. Just put it up here.
No, because I got to bring this over.
Okay, I'll do it then. I want it up here. Is this the Tomah video that Chandler made?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to do that. So bring it down. I think it's because it's going to go like this. Mm-hmm. So this is a video we put together for Tomah. We help Tomah with their social media. The Beer Money Pulling team does. This is an awesome video that Chandler from our team made last year. So there it is. The Bank, 1015 Superior Avenue in Tomah, Wisconsin. So this is a Tomah video that we put together to promote this event, and it's awesome. So do I need to turn my sound off then?
I think so. Oh, I can hear it though.
Can you guys hear that? Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Is that on your computer? That's on their Facebook page, right? Yeah, I don't know. Could you guys hear that video of Doc Riley talking? Let me know in the comments, please. Wait, there's a little bit of a delay.
No, we'll just redo it.
I know if you wanted to share it from their Facebook page,
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
go to the Budweiser Dairyland Super. No, you couldn't hear it. Yeah, give us a second. We'll get that up. I'm gonna play the promo video on the screen for just a second. We're gonna get this video queued up for you. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, Dave, I'll take care of that. Give us about 30 seconds, guys. So I'm gonna play the promo video for Tomah this weekend. Again, this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
For nearly 5 decades, the Budweiser Dairyland Super National Truck and Tractor Pool has been the heart and soul of pulling excitement in Wisconsin. Experience it Tomah style from June 20th to the 22nd, with 5 electrifying sessions and almost a half-century of unforgettable memories. Tickets available now for the Budweiser Dairyland Super National Truck and Tractor Pool at TomahTractorPool.com. See you there. For nearly 5 decades, the Budweiser Dairyland Super National Truck and Tractor Pool has been the heart and soul of pulling excitement in Wisconsin. Experience it Tomah style from June 20th to the 22nd, with 5 electrifying sessions and almost a half-century of unforgettable memories. Tickets available now for the Budweiser Dairyland Super National Truck and Tractor Pool at TomahTractorPool.com. See you there.
All right, fans.
I'd like to say thank you and welcome to a lot of people that have been involved with NTPA polling for over 20 plus years. That is our dinner sponsor for tonight, the good folks from Sempico. Thank you. Cannot forget the good folks from S&S Distributing. Back over there.
I'll start, no particular order, but I'll start with the guy that caused all these problems. My dad, Dave Shrier, 48 years ago. He came up with the idea to go a little bit bigger than what we were doing with the blacktop pulling and the state pulling, and the national event was the one he figured would do the job around here. So it's the problem I'm involved with too. He caused that too, because I've been here ever since I was 13. So, and I enjoy it very much. So thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Chris. Welcome to Tomah, everybody. Good to see everyone. All the divisions are pretty much here, and this weekend every division at Grand National level has participated. WPIATPA is proud to be sanctioning Tomah for, boy, this is like the 6th decade, I want to say. And proud to announce that we just signed a 3-year extension that'll put us through 2026. So thanks, Chris, and the board for having faith in us.
I'd just like to take this quick opportunity to say thank you to the people that are from Tomah or that live in Monroe County. Thanks for 48 years of opening your community so we can come in and play. So thank you so very much, you folks from Tomah and Monroe County.
place. How about that? Is
Okay.
that a great producer move there?
There we
I think
go.
so. Chris, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
So it wouldn't be Tomah without a chance of rain. I'm sorry. I swear every year there's a rain in there.
We
So the first-
we had a chance, pretty good chance this morning that went around us, and then this
Yep.
one tonight was supposed to be really bad, and it didn't turn out that way so far. So
Good.
we're feeling fortunate so far. So
Yep. No, I think your fans, we've seen you guys do miraculous things with your track, come out and blade it off if you get a quick shower and get right back at it. What year, Chris, did you guys build that track up enough so you could do that?
oh man, we added. Oh, now you're gonna ask me years. Early teens here, probably about 2012.
Yep.
Is when we added another 3 foot to the track.
Nice. So welcome, everybody. We are live on the Budweiser Dairyland Super Nationals Facebook page, as well as Beer Money, as well as NTPA right now. We are with Chris Shrier. Chris, I just want to get the monkey out of the room. What's it going to be like having your first Tomah without your dad?
Right now, it isn't
Yeah.
fun. It's memorial, because it's everything he taught us, and I guess we're all having fun, leaning on each other on what would Dave Shrier do.
Yep.
And it's been tough so far for me personally.
No, I get it. I mean, it's Father's Day, all that stuff. But I want to talk about it. You're a great guy. I've known you for quite a while now because of truck and tractor pulling, watching your dad sit in that golf cart between the two sleds at every session, and that's that's the guy. That's the guy that there's a reason we still have pulling today is because your dad, and we got to do that interview with him a couple years ago at his house. And wow, I mean, it's kind of surreal, but I wanted to ask you what it's like, because I know that you two, and I know you have an amazing group of volunteers, but without Dave Shrier, there is no Tomah, and there probably isn't an NTPA today. And look at what NTPA is today too. It's amazing. I mean, Hutchinson, that's the biggest crowd, Chris, I'd seen in my life in Hutchinson Friday night. There was not a place to sit Friday night in Hutchinson, and I think there was probably 5,000 to 7,000 people there. It was an amazing sight, and to load up, and then I rolled into Tomah yesterday morning with the full pull trailer, and there's probably 30 or 40 pullers already there. It's an exciting week for Tomah, for Wisconsin, and for pulling in general. So,
Yeah. Hey, the last time you were here, Jason, we found a photo album from '76.
Okay.
From the first national, and to go through that thing, it brought back a lot more memories on what he has done with us and for us over those 49 years. So next time you get up in the office here, I'll pull that out for you. You have to see that.
No, definitely. I'm gonna stop by here. I'll be up in a couple of days, so that's great. If you're watching right now, let us know what you love about Tomah. We talk about this all the time, and I know Dave Schultz is watching right now from Bowling Green. And I know the Chapel Hill guys are watching as well too. There are certain events, Chris, that you don't need to say Wisconsin. It's a destination pull. Everybody knows that Tomah's in Wisconsin. Tomah's the home of the Budweiser Dairyland Super Nationals. But tell me some story of those earlier years when you and your dad going pulling all over the country. I mean, you told me about promoting this pull out in Oregon and taking posters and handing out hats. Like, what does it take to get to be a Tomah? Tell the story for that. It's just amazing.
Yeah. I don't know if you could do it again. It was a dedicated family. As you said, we pulled all over. We pulled all over the nation. So when we got to a pull and we weren't pulling or busy, I don't know if you can call them haulers back then. They were just gooseneck trailers and a tractor and lucky you had a 4-wheel or a 4-door truck to pick up to pull it with to get everybody there. But we walked the stands in with flyers and things like that and got people interested in Tomah all over the nation. And that's really what helped bring people in from all over to see what was here. Along with that, doing the right things when you're putting on the pull, taking care of the people when they're here, taking care of the pullers when they're here. People want to come back when they know they're wanted and appreciated. And as a puller, as a promoter, we understood that. And it really helped when you have somebody driving that into you and saying, this is what we have to do. And everybody understood it after it grew so fast those first years.
Yep. Again, if we're talking with Chris Shrier, one of the promoters of the Tomah Tractor Pull this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday night, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. It's one of the biggest events in the nation. Obviously, everybody knows Tomah. We're sharing a video right now that that we made last year. Just fans. I love this video. I love watching it. It's just awesome. It shows the feel. It shows everything about this great event coming up this weekend. Today, I have to tell you a story, Chris. So I bought Mike Beck's High Tech Redneck, and I signed up my dad to drive a diesel super stock in Tomah this morning at 11:30 or at 10:30 Eastern because I had to have him in by 11. And but it was surreal to me. My first Tomah experience, I saw Tom Dickerson in the 20 Mule team on Interstate driving home, and I remember pulling up next to him and waving at him, and that was just the coolest thing ever. I've always loved diesel super stocks. And I know you're doing the Shrier Cup this year in memory of your dad, and that's going to the Superstock class. Can you kind of talk about that a little bit, Chris?
Yeah. There's some people that came up to me and asked me, what are you doing for your dad? What are you doing for your dad and your uncle, the brothers that have been, the major part of this, the whole life of this event. And we, there's different things we had thrown around, and somebody said, well, put a memorial cup, a traveling award out there for people, and they'll remember him, and it's something to really work for. And we did. It came together very easily to do something like that and get some really good sponsors that have been with us for years to help with that one. We decided to pick one class this year and give it to the winner, the point winner of that class. And as you know, it happened to be the diesel superstock class, which is the class we pulled in when we were pulling. Yep. And what Dad won on the point championship in 1980. So to remember them two guys, that's one way. Most of the pullers know him. Uncle Dick has always been up on the track. He was the guy that made sure that track was consistent, was as competitive as can be, and people remembered the Tomah track when they left there, whether it was too tough for them or as equal at the start of the class as it was at the end of the class. So he got a pretty good reputation of doing the right thing there. What do you do for two guys that have spent that much time making this pull what it is?
Yeah, you have to do something, and I'm glad you guys did. I know that what you're doing, it's really cool. It's super, super awesome. I just can't believe it. Colin Burkholtz, he is the biggest Tomah fan in the world. His tractor was on the billboards last year. He lives like 7 miles from the Tomah track, and this is his favorite weekend of the year, the Burkholtz family. So I actually was going to bring him on tonight, Chris, have him be your co-host, but I forgot to send him the link earlier. I got busy, so it's all good.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have enjoyed sitting next to Colin.
Well, Colin, send him the link, Kenzie. Fine. We're going to send you a link on Facebook, Colin, so get ready. Do the invite, do that. I'm getting a lot of questions about weather. I'm going to tell you what we do at every tractor pull for weather. We wait and see, and it's that simple. It's the hardest thing in the world because we know all the fans want to know, but until it actually does rain. And what's great about Tomah is there's a lot of campers there. There's a lot of people staying in hotels, and we can say, hey, we're going to start pulling in an hour, and maybe it's 8 o'clock, maybe it's 9 o'clock if we get a shot of rain at showtime. But I've seen some pretty miraculous things happen in Tomah for you guys to put on a session, Chris. Now, did we get every session in last year, Chris? I can't remember. I know there was a year we got all 5 of them in.
Yeah, well, 22 we got them all in. We had delays, but we got them all in 22. Last year we lost Saturday night session. It rained just a little bit too long, and it would have been pretty late pulling if we would try to get it going.
Okay, and campsites are still available. So they go to tomahtractorpull.com. Is that what they do, Chris, to get a campsite?
Yes. Okay. Yep. Or they can call into the office.
Okay, cool. You can put us back up now. Here, you invite Colin. No, it's okay. I'll drive for a second. I'll get rid of we were sharing our video there. Actually, you were doing that, so I need you to do it. Sorry. No, I got us. Wait for Colin to jump on here a little bit. What's it like, Chris? I mean, I know you guys work on this event all year round. I know Doug said you had a board meeting tonight. It's just got to be I mean, your head's just on a pivot or what? Like, Chris, Shrier. What's it like?
It is, last week I was on the grounds as much as I could be, just helping in the office, but you don't have the people on the grounds doing their duties and that like you would when it hits that Monday before. And today is it's all the things that you haven't forgotten, but you got to finish. And the people coming in need this and that. We've got a lot of vendors that come in, the food vendors you deal with. The campers are starting to come in. As you said, the pullers came in already Saturday. And between the times of getting things set up and then greeting people and talking to people that come here every year, it's just fun, but it is a whirlwind around us trying to get this all set up.
If you guys have any questions for Chris Shrier other than the weather, please type those into the comments and I will put them up there on the screen. No, I just know what it's like to be a promoter. I sat there with Ricky and Julie Saturday. We were reading their rain insurance policy, Chris, just because we knew we weren't going to be able to have that thing. There was just way too much rain, and it was called for a forecast all day, like 80 or 90%. And actually, show the picture of those 2 John Deere tractors sitting in that. I put them on Beer Money today.
Yeah.
So one of the people that helped with Hutchinson sent us a picture of some tractors sitting in a field, Chris, up in Hutchinson.
Yeah,
Did you see
I
that?
saw the
I'm telling
picture.
you, it rained hard up there.
Yeah.
It is wet.
Somebody showed us that picture at our meeting tonight and said, well, I don't think we're going to be looking at that, but
No,
we hope
I'll
not.
have Kenzie pop up there on the screen. But if you have any questions for Chris Shrier, again, or what makes Tomah special to you or your family, please let us know, and we'll get up there. And the campgrounds are always a hoot there. Kenzie will
Very
kind of
good.
zoom in on. This is just outside of Hutchinson, Minnesota. Somebody sent me this picture this morning, and it rained when I drove down to Tomah Saturday night, Chris. I mean, it was pouring all the way down. And once I got about an hour north of Tomah, it quit raining. So it was good. And I drove in Sunday morning. I stayed at a friend's house Saturday night, and I drove in Sunday morning when the pits were fine and everything was good to go. So, but that's that's not Tomah, everybody. That's Hutchinson, Minnesota. I just want to show you what happened.
We should be posting them.
Yeah, we don't want to scare people away.
Yeah.
So put the poster back up before we scare somebody, Kenzie. So,
But
but again, talking to Chris Shrier from Tomah this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now, Chris, you have special nights. Like, isn't there there's a veteran night, there's a quick trip night? I remember in the past. How does that all shaking out this year?
Oh, real good. Quick Trip came on again and is a great sponsor of ours. And that's Thursday night, fan appreciation night. If you buy your ticket at the gate, you get $5 off if you show your Quick Trip app or a receipt. And that's been well used in the past years. Quick Trip's a good partner of ours. A lot of their customers come to our polls. So, but that's Thursday night. Friday night then is our military salute to the military, active and veterans. That's always a good show, as you know. Motorcycle parade prior to it and basically during that pre-show. We'll have some dignitaries from the 2 bases here, Volkfield and in Fort McCoy. But we get a pretty good participation there with the motorcycles coming up on the track for that.
Well, it's super cool. It gives you goosebumps every year. So,
yeah. We can't forget the Kids Club
yeah.
on Friday morning, 9 to noon. Back in the pits there, right by the registration building and that. Kids are invited to come to that tent and eat lunch. You get a free T-shirt if you get there soon enough. Get autographs from pullers. There's even going to be a mini ride for them to sit in if they want. Get some photos. Free ticket for that child with a paid adult. Great participation. If you've seen it, there's lines.
Yes, I sat in it one year. It was amazing.
Well, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
It was
And the
amazing.
lines move pretty fast. It isn't bad,
Yeah.
but it's great for the kids to get in there and interact with some of the pullers and that.
No, they give. I mean, I remember daycares coming in, Chris. With their just lines of them, and everybody gets a T-shirt, and then they go color the T-shirt. It's super cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I remember it was hot that year. I did it. It was hot, and Brett Berg was in his fire suit, and I felt so bad for him. But I think Rank in the past that year, I think Rank Seeds had maybe helped out with it, and I think he was sponsored by them, Chris.
Yep. Still is Ring Seats sponsors that tent there and the whole Kids Club deal. It's they're pretty proud to be here. I think to show what. There you go. There's a picture of it there too. But that's our future. Whether pullers or fans, those kids are going to be the ones.
No, it's awesome. There's a lot of great truck and tractor pulls. Obviously, this one's special to me because it's an hour from my house. But you guys have stuff going on. It's more than just a truck and tractor pull. It's a legit event with the camping and the music and the beer gardens and the music in the beer gardens and all the vendors. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. Can't wait to do it. So.
Yeah, we've got some new food this year, and I'm not going to mention them. People have to come out and look at it, but we've got some different things that people will remember when they leave here.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you're going to meet people that are fans that have been to every single one of these, all 49 of them. And I know the Skillen boys will be there. They're probably rolling in tomorrow. They're not on their way already. And I saw them up in Hutchinson. They're awesome. And
Were they up there?
Yeah, Jason was watching the podcast a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Commented. So I told him, because it was hot Friday night when he got there about 2 p.m. and he came by we were over at the trailer, and I said, it's okay to put shorts on in the summer. And he had his overalls on, and just chugging along, sweating like crazy, but it's all good. It's all good. Again, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday fans. Campsites are still available. I mean, there's shower houses there. It's all mapped out. There's roads. I mean, it's organized. It's fun. There's a shuttle that takes you from the campgrounds, like a little wagon and a tractor, takes you from the campgrounds up to the pool site. It's a great time. That way, if you have one too many beers and you don't want to drive and you just want to get a ride, it's a great chance to do all of that. Kenzie's flipping through some pictures right now here.
Yeah, nice pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to have some fun with that. I've only missed. Okay, Terry Benson, big pulling fan. What's Terry got to say?
Terry,
Chris, have you ever not been at the Tomah pull? I've only missed 1 year since it started. First as a spectator, then a crew member, then a puller now as a crew member for a lot of different teams. The year I missed is because I was in a hospital. I know Terry was battling cancer a few years ago. Chris, have you ever missed a Tomah?
I don't think I'd be allowed to be in the family yet. 1 year. So I've been here every year. Yeah.
And Colin did message us back, but he's got to work at 4 a.m. So I told him, him he was being a wuss, but he told me he was going to bed. So it's all good.
Colin needs his beauty sleep. I don't think he gets enough of that.
Next Monday, recap it.
You can recap. We'll bring him on to be our expert reporter. Yeah, Colin does need his beauty sleep. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that is for sure. I know Doug was out at Quick. Where'd they have the NTPA scoreboard today? Was it at one of the Quick Trips, or where was it today, Chris?
I couldn't tell you. I wish I could, but I don't know the schedule. Dave takes care of that.
Yeah, Dave Keels maybe, and then I know it's going a couple of the Quick Trips. But that's when when you're in Tomah, when you roll in on Thursday or Wednesday and you see it sitting at the Quick Trip there, and you're like, you see the big NTPA scoreboard. It's pretty cool to see all of that. So, Northside Quick Trip, Jeremy likely says, "Yeah, come on, guys. There's a bunch of people watching right now. Everybody's just staring at their phones or their computer."
Jeremy. Yeah.
Northside.
Somebody saw it out there.
Good deal. I'm sure. I put fuel in the full pull toter home and trailer at the Quick Trip, and there was a bunch of people from Fort McCoy in there, and they're asking me. They thought I had a pulling vehicle in the trailer, and I said, "No, that's just a bunch of T-shirts and marketing materials." I said that one's coming later today. But it's just fun because town's just buzzing. What the Tomah tractor pull does for that, the economic impact around that area just has to be insane, Chris. For the amount of hotels and the gas stations and the grocery stores and the restaurants, it's just amazing.
It's huge. It's huge, and it's not just Tomah. It's Quad County area where people are staying and eating and things like that. So, yeah.
What's this one? That's what I want to get there. I'm trying to think if we touch on everything I want to touch on. Again, your big sponsor, obviously Budweiser. We know that. When I rolled in Sunday morning, people, they were marking lines out. All the trash barrels were out already. Just an amazing team and crew that you guys have there, Chris, that helps put that on. And then the Monroe County Fair, is that a month from now?
That will start on the 24th or 23rd, or no, 24th through the 28th of July. Yep.
And this is another one of those events, Chris, where like if you bring your significant other, and usually I would consider the main pulling fan a man, and their wife or their girlfriend wants to come. If they don't want to sit in the pool the whole time, which I don't understand why they wouldn't, but there's a lot of great vendors. You have just buildings full of stuff for people. And I really think it gives people a chance to do stuff in between sessions, Chris. There's just a lot more than just a truck and tractor pull. It truly is an event.
Yeah, it isn't just what's happening out on the track. There's other things for them to do and see. So I go back to the fair. I'm going to mention, I'm sure you know this, Larry, the cable guy, is coming on Saturday night to our fair on the 27th.
No way.
So you'll want to get your tickets for that. Larry's, from what we've been told, is originally from the Wisconsin area. So
that's cool.
And he has friends in the area. So we have a feeling he's going to spend some time when he is here also.
That's fun. That is fun. Who are some of the, what are some of your best memories just as a promoter of the event over the years, Chris? Like your favorite, do you have a favorite Tomah, or do you have any specific memories or anything when you and your dad were pulling, anything like that jump out at you?
Yeah, well, the one that stands out is when Farm Progress Days was in Tomah, the same year we had the pull. And I remember Dad telling me like a month or so before, he was on the planning committee for Progress Days too. but he said, we're going to start pulling on Monday and pull right through the week. So that's the way they planned it. They planned it to, people would go to the Farm Progress Days, to the tent city and that down there, and then they'd go to the fairgrounds and watch pulling at night.
They
And
pulled how many nights in a row?
Monday through Sunday. That's when we were pulling. They ran 2 sessions, then on Saturday and Sunday also, Sunday night. So there was a lot of classes that they had to schedule in to get that much pulling in.
I had no idea. That's incredible. What do you, I hate to do that to you, but you know what year that was or when that was?
Oh, that's easy. Progress Pull 80.
Okay. There you go.
And we got a couple barns that were built at that same time. So, no, that was a big pull. And then I don't know what year that was. I never wrote it down, but do you remember when we ran the 3 tracks?
No, let's put that up as a trivia question there. Let's give people, what year did they run 3 tracks in Tomah?
Now we gotta get somebody to verify it though.
See if somebody pops it up there in the comments a little bit. I got a chance to peek at the competitor list. Numbers look really good, Chris. You're gonna have a heck of a show.
Yeah, that's what we heard. Greg sent me some numbers too of the ones who are already registered, the Grand National ones anyway.
Yep. Jason Skillen says 1987.
Oh, I don't know if it was that late, but it's possible.
Okay.
We'll have to look back in the books.
Yeah, Donnie Reeves checking in from California. He says Tomah's on his bucket list for sure. He's got some 4-wheel drive mod trucks. I know he made it out to Bowling Green.
Okay.
So. Jeremy Bloom. How about that great guy, Justin Kent? Justin will be working with us at Full Pull Live this weekend, so I like that. Everybody's getting all their stuff out there. Justin takes some great pictures as well. We're having some fun. Again, talking with Chris Shrier. Tomah is this week, fans. Let us know where you're coming from. Yeah, that's kind of fun to see.
Yeah.
How far you're traveling from. I always enjoy doing all of that with everybody to see. Again, I want to go back. Oh, who's the gal that runs your social media? I forgot her name.
Jordan?
Yeah, she's posting right now. She's helping us out as I'm asking questions. So we have Saturday night is a salute to
Yep. Can't
the
forget
American
that.
Farmer. American Farmer, Saturday night, right?
Yep. We
That's
have
Friday night.
representatives from the FFA
Okay.
to come out on the track. So, yep.
The Friday night salute to the military, and that's the motorcycle night. All the bikes come out there ahead of time.
Yep.
And then Thursday night is a Quick Trip fan appreciation night. So you take your ticket to Quick Trip, and they give you $5 off, right? Is that what they do at Quick Trip? Off your purchase?
No. You bring a receipt or your Quick Trip app on your phone, show it to our ticket people.
That's right.
$5 off right at the gate there, or at the ticket booth. Yep.
Austin Dornbush, 4 hours from Albany, Illinois.
Yep.
Travis Schaub, 20 minutes away. I think Travis lives in Ottawa, right? Ontario. Travis always helps out Ricky Rose. So Amanda Stern coming from Sterling, Illinois. I clicked on the wrong button there. I clicked on it again. There we go. Amanda says, coming from Sterling, got our season passes, and kids are packing their pulling shirts as we speak. That's awesome.
Nice.
What's the oldest pulling shirt you have, Shrier?
Oldest?
Yeah, the oldest one.
Oh, how about our team shirt when we were pulling?
I want to see that sometime. I want to see
It was
that.
John Deere green.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
David Billio says we'll be coming from Marcus, Iowa, 60 miles northeast of Sioux City.
Oh, wow.
Yesterday.
Yeah, you drove that
There you go.
Well, Iowa or Sioux.
That's a
City.
drive.
That is a drive.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Yeah, I mean, you have pullers from, I bet there'll be pullers from 30 states if we went down and figured it all out
Oh yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, this Thursday, fans, 7:00. All the night shows are 7, right, Chris?
Yes.
And then the noon sessions are the Friday and Saturday at noon. So
Noon. Correct.
and
Yep.
Diesel Supers pull Friday at noon and Saturday night, fans. So I just want to throw that
You
out
know
there.
that, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Got that memorized. I got that memorized. So my dad's pretty excited to get a pull with the best diesel super stocks in the country. So I just hope it makes it to Saturday night. That's like my goal. Everybody's like, how do you want to do? I'm like, I just want to go down the track both times. I'll be tickled pink. I'll be tickled pink. David says it's 5.5 hours from him.
Yeah.
Mark Richardson's watching on YouTube. He says Ashland, Wisconsin.
Ashland. It's a ways.
Yep.
It's about as far north as you can get in Wisconsin.
I love it. Western Justin Bennett, Western New York, 13 hours, 826 miles. That's dedication.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of we have a William Lumberg. Okay, he's like the biggest. He's in charge of the campgrounds in Bowling Green. Okay, Chris, he watches our show every Monday night, and he says streaming hopefully while drinking in the camping chair. So he's probably going to set up his Bowling Green setup, Chris, and sit there and then watch the Tomah tractor pull. So
Yeah, that's great.
I like
That's
it. Nick
good.
Jacobs from Tomah, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
He's-
he
can
drives a
walk.
long ways, that guy.
He drives a
Yeah.
long ways. Yeah. No, that's who. Your announcers, what? Doc Riley, Alan Washburn in the booth, and then Miles on the track. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
good deal. So legendary voices. We had Alan on our podcast, and I told him that's one of those voices as I'd always get out of my car and walk up, and then to come in, you hear Alan talking. It just gives you goosebumps a little bit because you know you're at a really, really big pull. It's awesome.
Yeah. I'll have to tell you, Nick, when you go back to Nick Jacobs there, that would be one of my dad's nephews.
Oh, okay, cool.
So Nick's on there again. He traveled with the NTPA for a while and worked under the crew with them, running the laser and doing other things and traveling the whole country. So he grew up with kind of a lot of the same training I had under Dad, and learned quite a few things. And now we can't get rid of him. He's dedicated to our post, and we appreciate him very much.
Yeah. So Nick, you spent a lot of time in an NTPA scoreboard that we're hauling around now with full pull. So that the cubby hole opens up and they shoot their laser out of there. So Nick knows that area really, really well, I'm guessing.
I wish I could remember which pull it was at, but they were set up at the end of the track, and a rear tire broke loose from one tractor and came right at him at the scoreboard. So
Yeah.
I don't think there was too much damage, but it was one of them deals.
Nick says 97 and 98. So
that's when he worked for him. Yep.
I've seen some pictures of Tomah back in the day, before all the big grandstands were in there and just people standing right along the track, Chris. It's crazy to imagine that. Oh, just and then now to see it, just the massive grandstands. And then what year did the tornado come through? Has that been 5 years now, Chris?
That was when it actually went through the campground, when they were actually camping on the grounds before the pullers took up those spaces. We were going back to 98.
Okay.
97, 98, about the same time Nick was on the road all the time. That was way to bring up good or bad memories. Nobody was hurt, but we had trees on top of tents and campers. And it was one of those years.
Nick Jacobs said that wheel broke off in Hyson, Quebec, Canada. So,
yep.
Zeph Davis says, we are coming from Cambridge, New York, 16. You will see the 1206. You will see the 1206. Is that?
They must be bringing the 1206.
Is that Chris Comroy?
However you say it.
Yeah, I can't say that. I think, but I'm pretty sure they're coming. I think it's a Light Pro.
Yeah, it's a Light Pro.
They're coming for Burkholz.
Yeah, coming after
when
him.
I'm putting my money on fullpullpicks.com on Burkholz Shrier because I want to.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You have to pick. We rolled it out in Hutchinson Friday night and just in venue, and the big announcement's coming out this Wednesday. But we got a couple hundred people watching tonight, so I might as well drop it out a little bit. Head over to fullpullpicks.com, everybody, and you can pick 2 people to finish in the top 3, and that's how they're doing that. And then I think the minimum bet is $5, so I'm going to put old Colin Burkholz.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
All on Colin?
Oh yeah, put it all on Colin. I'll bet it all on red. Nick says 98 is when that happened. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a good question for you, Chris. How many? Best guess on how many cans of adult beverages are consumed during Tomah? All of them. Is that one of those? All of
them. There.
Yeah.
What's funny? Once in a while, we'll find half full bottles of water in that, but we never find half or 3/4 full cans of beer. Anyway,
never find an empty beer.
They finish them all. Yeah.
Nobody ever
forget. Oh man, if I had the paper, I could pull it out and tell you right now.
Yeah, that's fun. A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, nobody forgets where they left their beer, but they might forget where they left their water, Chris. So it's all good.
Yeah. For some reason.
Chris checks in. She says, my husband enjoys your shows every year. No, it's good. I feel like you get casual fans there too, Chris, not just the pulling diehards. I mean, I really feel like you get the, hey, let's go to Tomah tonight, and they bring the whole family. Friday night and Saturday night are just, they're electric. The buzz, the lights, the smoke, the noise, all the people, Chris, it's electric. I mean, that's really I don't know how else to say it, but it's awesome.
Yeah. What's really nice is once you exit them stands, you aren't going directly to the parking lot. You can go walk over and talk to the puller that you just watched.
Yep.
You can go right up to his rig and start talking to him and get his autograph and share a beer with him. Maybe, you never know.
Yep.
But it's not a lot of events that happens at this size.
No, you're right. The chance to get out there and just mingle with them, and I don't know, everybody's just kind of relaxed. A lot of the Grand National pullers, they make the sweep through Hutchinson, out here. A lot of Farley, Hutch, Tomah, and they left their rigs out here and they flew home, or some of them just take a couple weeks off and just kind of stay out here. It's a lot of fun. So.
Yep. No, it works out good. We're kind of right in the middle of those events, and rather than haul the whole thing home, they just stop in and enjoy some time in Tomah.
Have you always been on this like third week, or it's always the fourth weekend in July or fourth weekend of June? Because that's what your billboards say every year. I see them all over the Midwest. See them in Iowa, Wisconsin. I think I even see some in Illinois. Maybe not. I don't remember exactly for sure. But have you kind of always been on this weekend, Chris, over the years, or has it moved around?
It's been this June weekend, man, back to the early 90s probably. Way in the early years, it moved around because it was on during the fair in the end of July, and then once it went on its own weekend, we had to find a weekend that worked best. We ran September, late season, and we even moved it up to run, I think, the weekend after Elkhorn. Elkhorn was always a July 4th weekend, but then we settled in that end of June, so we'd be the weekend before Elkhorn.
Okay.
But it did get moved around there a little bit till we found the right date. But that was the early years.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. And it's always worked out great here now. It's too bad Elkhorn, it still wasn't on the schedule yet, because that was a top pull. Too.
Yep.
It was a nice national pull.
Don't they have a really big horse racing thing down there too, Chris?
Oh, huge. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's why they can't build the track like you guys have in Tomah, is because of the horses. Is what I've been told. But I don't know, back in the day they might have, but they couldn't handle the stuff. That track couldn't handle the stuff you're sending down the track, Chris, anymore.
Oh, no.
Maybe back in the day, but not anymore. So
No.
And
and ours used to be a horse track too, right?
No, I had no idea.
This grounds was a big facility for horse racing.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was at Busy and we were doing some promotional stuff, and the cops were out there training other cops how to pull people over. Remember, they told us to be careful. No, they were out there in the pits when there was nobody around.
Yeah.
And the one guy would take off and he'd come up behind him and pull him over.
Tearing up stuff. Yep.
Kyle,
No, it's a city grounds, so and the city does a great job of taking care of it. It's one of their parks.
Yeah.
And they're a great partner to work with right now on keeping things updated and working with us to get set up. They enjoy the people as much as we do. I talked to a lot of the department heads within the city now, and they grew up coming to the poll with their dads, and back when they were in school, and they believe in what's happening here. And it's fun because they gain friends too. They're fans across the nation with all the pullers too. So
nice.
It's really nice to have.
There's a question about the Saturday session, Chris. Are they honoring that? How's that work for tickets from 23 on Saturday night?
Saturday session, you bring your armband from last year that you had purchased for that session, and you trade it in for any session you want this year.
Okay, got it. There you go, Justin. So bring your armband from last year, from Saturday night, and they'll take care of you on that. So
it's like having a coupon.
Exactly. I love it. So the No Practice podcast is heading down to, it's the Bank Bar Wednesday night. You got to go down there and check this out, Chris. Okay.
I was going to, I saw Caesar Kester, and she invited me down, but we have our appreciation party for the pullers, the sponsors, and our volunteer workers that night.
Yeah, that's in our video that Chandler put together for you guys. I forgot about that. So.
Yeah.
But for you fans that aren't doing that, head down to the Bank Bar. It's on Superior Ave, I think. Somebody put in there. That'll be fun because there's a lot of people in town already looking for some stuff to do, and that'll be good.
Yeah.
So if the Bank Bar, if you're not a sponsor yet, you need to step it up next year because we're giving you a shout out. Okay. So I'll check out.
Yeah, there's the address. Jordan's right on top of things.
Yeah.
She's
Doing
sitting
good.
back watching what you're doing. So,
Well, she's got to take care of you, Shrier. That's not
well,
easy.
yeah, everything I say wrong or don't fill in right, she puts it in there for you.
No,
Oh, it's all good.
I said to Jordan a couple of times, I don't know how you do it. She goes, it's tough, Jason. It's tough. So it's all good. Kyle, you're sucking up to me, Kyle, but I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That makes me very.
That looks like a free T-shirt.
It does look like a free T-shirt, Kyle. I know a guy. No, it's gonna be fun. I mean, this is a lifelong dream for me to have a diesel super stock in Tomah, Wisconsin. So I want to thank Mike and Sally Beck again for selling me their tractor. That makes me super happy. So pretty pumped for that. My dad means the world to me, just like your dad meant the world to you, Chris. And I'm excited for him to see him go down the track at the big one. He texted me yesterday on Father's Day. I said, your Father's Day present is I'm going to let you drive my tractor in Tomah. He goes, you're going to let me anyway. I said, yeah, but I'm just telling you, that's your Father's Day present. So,
Yeah, that's nice. You can do that for him.
no, it's awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
I
Yeah.
love it. No, I've been talking with the NTPA and kind of getting everything coordinated with Full Pull Live and, for all the sessions and the countdown to pull time. I'm going to grab you one night, hopefully at least for a few minutes, have you come on the show. We do this countdown to pull times 2 hours before, kind of our little college game day set. I don't know if you've had a chance to see those yet, but it's been fun. We had Joe Ader and Travis Schlaba on up in Hutchinson Friday night. That was fun. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff out there. So,
No, I should be around, so
we'll
just
grab
get
you.
a hold of me.
Yep. No, Terry, there's not any odds out yet for fullpullpicks.com. They're going to put all that out Wednesday, Terry. Because I think they're going to put all the Grand National pullers had to be registered today by noon Eastern. And then all that gets kicked over to Full Pull, and then all the odds makers get in there and do that. But what you'll be doing, fans, is picking two pullers to finish in the top three. That's kind of fun like that because you get in a big class. Well, I'm trying to think, Chris, probably two-wheelers or super farms have been your biggest numbers over the years. Like, I know you had 70-some super farms one year, or was it two-wheelers? I can't remember, Chris.
Oh, man. They've both been high numbers over the years. Yeah. Yeah.
Even the pullers
one-
say that's
one
too
or
many.
two. Yeah.
What a Donnie Sullivan. I interviewed him down in Farley, and there was 37 in the class. He goes, he won it. He was the very first hook, Chris. Went 311 and watched 36 other trucks come after him. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, and fall short.
Yeah,
That's
he's
nice.
just like, he goes, Schultz, that's way too many. So he didn't have gray hair before the pull, but he did now. So it's all good.
If he had any here, yeah.
Exactly. I'd be like, So
Yeah.
it's all good. I know you're busy. I want to let you go. Anything else that we didn't touch on tonight? TomahTractorPull.com is the website. Campsites are still available. Talked about all the days. Can you think of anything else, Chris?
Avoid the lines when buying tickets. If you don't want to buy them when you get here, buy them online. Pull out your phone, go to our website, TomahTractorPull.com, buy your ticket. All you got to do is you'll get a QR code, text or email to you. You come on the grounds, we redeem that for an armband. We're doing that right by the office or by the ticket booth.
Nice.
That's the fast way to do it. Nice thing about it, you can do it when you walk up to the gate too, because we'll have QR codes there you can scan and go right to the ticket site. So
Great.
we don't like keeping people standing in line if we don't have to. There's other things that they want to be doing. So we try to move them through, and that'll help. The other thing, I don't know if you mentioned it, we don't want to talk about rain, but we didn't really buy. We were donated by a company up north, tarps for the track.
Okay.
If we need to use them, we most likely won't use them during a session because the rain will come down at the wrong time there. But if we're planned rain that we can try to keep the track in good condition, we'll get it covered so we can get it ready for the session start.
You got all the blacktop, out by the big grandstand. The pits, all that is that gravelly. I know it's all hard. It's not too soft out there. So
we're in good shape all the way around the track for rain. It runs off pretty good, drains off pretty well. And so we just want to protect something that we have all ready to go. Like right now, it can rain as much as it wants on the track because it's hard enough and it's running off. It's pitched some, so it's running off.
Yep.
At the time when you tear that track up, that's when you have to start worrying about getting too much water down in it. So that's when we'll worry about the tarps.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Chris, I'll see you in a couple days. Thank you again. I know this takes years. You're actually only 21, but it looks like you're 37, Chris, in this video. So but seriously, the stress and the anxiety and the anxiousness and just getting pulled in 100 different directions for you and Dave and everybody. Thank you for what you do for putting on one of the best polls in the country. So
No, and I
excited to
appreciate
come
the fans out there that have been coming here for 49 years. We're looking forward to you coming again this year, and we'll look forward to our 50th next year too. So
awesome.
So great. Thank you for everything
Thank you, Chris.
Jason.
See you in a couple days.
Okay.
All right, Chris Shrier, everybody. We're gonna let him get back to work. Tomah is this week. We start off the show tonight with Todd Gilliland from Fremont, Michigan. They got the Bob Gilliland poll this Saturday, the June 22nd. And then we got Tomah again this Thursday, 7 o'clock, Friday noon, Friday at 7, Saturday at noon, Saturday at 7. The Remedy, our tractor, will be running Friday at noon. And then hopefully if things go well, it'll run again Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And my dad will be driving up there. FullPullPicks.com is here. Gambling is coming to the sport. We've been talking about it a year. The official announcements are going to come out Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble by talking about it tonight, but I already have. So, oh well. But head over to FullPullPicks.com, start poking around a little bit. I don't think they have anything up yet because they don't have any lineups yet for you. But I'm excited for that. FullPull.live. If you can't be in Tomah, with that monthly subscription of $39.99, you get all 5 sessions of Tomah. Plus, you can, if you haven't subscribed yet, plus you can go back and watch Hutch, Farley, and Benson. It's a smoking deal to watch Grand National Pulling from your living room. It's on the Roku app as well as Amazon Fire Sticks. It's awesome. Go check it out. We do countdown to pull times for all you fans 2 hours ahead of time. That's live on Facebook and YouTube. And then our weigh-in Wednesday show where we're going to announce all the lineups. I was trying to tease you guys with the lineups. I was trying to get the app to open on my phone. I was going to tease you kind of who some of the first hooks were Thursday night in some of the classes, but just watch the weigh-in Wednesday show at 6 o'clock this Wednesday. And for those of you in Tomah already, head to can you put that, go to the Full Pull Facebook page, put that graphic back up. The Bank Bar. Shout out to Tony Tomzak for lining that up for the No Practice podcast. Pull that banner down. Thank you. There it is. This Wednesday, the No Practice podcast. Adam Kester, Tyler Slaw, Chase Richardson, the second most popular podcast in pulling because I think ours is number 1. We do this back and forth all the time. They're a hoot. They're fun. They make you laugh. They tell good stories. They do a lot of fun stuff. And you can get, if you're a puller, you get free beer. I don't know what you have to do to prove you're a puller. Maybe you have to show them that you're broke. I'm not sure. First 3 tracks was 1986, Jason Skillen said. So we already let Chris go, Jason. Sorry, buddy. Appreciate that. But then dollar domestic beers, I think all night long, or at least during from 6 to 9. There you go. So if you're looking for a kickoff to the Tomah weekend, head to the Bank Bar Wednesday night and check it out. So, and if you're a promoter, I learned a lot about rain insurance this past weekend. If you're a promoter and you want to talk to somebody, Craig Ladwig, who has the Never Given Up Pro Stock, the beautiful black Fent, he owns Premier Insurance, I believe, or he has a branch of it. He sells rain insurance. I will get you in touch with him, people. Just message us on Facebook and you can talk to him about that. I think you got to buy it at least 2 weeks before your event. You can't buy it on Thursday. If it looks like it's going to rain on Friday, that would take all the fun out of it. So I'm ready to see the Top Gun modified. Yeah. Did you go to, Kyle, if you live in Dubuque, did you go to Farley? Because it was there that night. I don't remember what happened. I know somebody said in one of the comments. Not sure.
I forgot, yeah.
But I'm going to play yes, you did. Okay, cool. Farley was a blast. It was great to see Simons. They put their heart and soul into that track. Can you pull that graphic down? I'm going to put up the winner video from Hutchinson this past weekend from fullpull.live. And then Kenzie and I'll wrap it up after that.
Straight and square. If you're a little bit off or have your wheels turned, the four-wheel drive, you can usually straighten it out, but it's crucial in every class.
He's looking down that
data
logger. He's glancing up at those exhaust pipes.
Gotta get them spinning and leave soft. Well, guys, right there, that's why he was your runner-up last year.
Back is improving on that lane, that he could get to the throttle a little sooner than Van Hazley
Here
did.
he is. You can watch the smoke go black. He's at like 175 feet wide open, and that right there, I mean, that's all it took. You can see the dirt flying. Look at the guys along the track just standing back, and yeah.
He takes the lead in the 346.04.
Yeah.
You sit in the corner, cross your fingers, close your eyes.
Yeah.
But this is Brian Ethrop, Nicky's Nightmare out of Bridgeport, Vermont. So he had a heck of a haul coming in.
Yeah.
So When he's looking down his data logger right now, he's just making sure pressures are there, oil pressure.
He's probably just checking everything, yeah, and then eventually he'll start building the boost, and
He's going through a mental Rolodex of.
if he could ever get excited, he's just very calm and. Oh boy. Yep, he got me. I told you. I said if there's one that's going to get me, it was going to be Brian. And it was a
Nicky's nightmare.
Beautiful run.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a clean.
He was right there. I mean, that's what he needed. That's what we've seen multiple trucks before him not have the power. He powered that thing right down through there. Very impressive. And
Came to the center lane, 351.37, a huge run.
Yep.
351.37.
Yep.
We're taking a look here at David Richardson out of Leachfield, Kentucky in the foursome. He's running his configuration, opposing engines. Figures he can get either drive or the balance. Didn't make.
Yeah, it looks like a wrap there on his headers on that front right motor.
Yeah, nothing consequential in the engine, just like he had a wrap on a header there, maybe protecting from heat through an ignition system or something like that he may have been running. Either way, he gets a 343 and 9.6. So with the last hook of the class, it looks like he's going to take the win. So we go back to another Simon's tractor. The last one pulled James, has the lead at 397. But the other Simon's tractor's at a 380 right now. Where do you think this one falls?
I'm sure he made these guys made an adjustment, and they're going to be knocking on that 397, no doubt in my mind.
I don't even know the excitement in these seats, right? Just to watch him run. Look at RJ get in there. You watch Brandon Simon lean over that right side. He's scoping up the right side of that track, right side of that hood. I mean, they're loaded for bear tonight.
I'm speechless.
Right,
I thought it was going to be good. That was really, really good.
Like, look at it lean back and eat. 413 and 9.
When somebody asks you how far do you think the next tractor is going to go, you normally don't say we're going to go 400 feet.
That is never on my radar, and I'm excited to see it. Look at the tire still eating, like still has the ripple in it, so it's still bearing down, adding power. It's using the power to get those extra few inches even to have you on board. I might have to start to mimic your bets, but I might just put $5. That's okay, right? Like I'll mimic your bets.
I mean, it's like a plow and you got her buried deep in the ground. I mean, you're married to it and it takes a lot to get it to turn. But hey, that was a hell of a shot. And
at 315. All right, the distance to beat, 336.99. Watch his handle, lay the throttle. Oh my, it's going to be close. Like, look at him. He's impressed with the run. He loves the run. There's Mom. Big high five.
I think we did. I see Renee high-fiving Grant. Or Hutch. Come on, baby. Remember, it's $1,000. There's your
Come on, a celebration. He must know something we don't know. Let's check out his replay, though, before we get to it. 341. Just put 5 feet on him. Adam Kester takes the win. Last hook of the night. Found traction to put the power to the ground. Nice hook. Really nice hook. He felt it. He knew it up at the end. The emotion. Exciting to see.
All right, so that was the winner video courtesy of fullpull.live. If you haven't subscribed yet, we have a 20% coupon code. So go to fullpull.live, use coupon code BeerMoneyPulling, and you can save 20% off your first subscription on that of the $39.99 a month. What a deal. And you get all of Tomah for that if you can't be there. We know you'd rather be there, but not everybody can be there. So fullpull.live, use coupon code BeerMoneyPulling, and you can save 20% on that. So then we want to also bring up outlawpulling.tv. We work with them. Super proud of all we're doing over in outlawpulling.tv. Going to be in Manila, Iowa this Saturday, June 22nd. What time does that start, Kenzie?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. And with your monthly subscription, fans, you get you can go back and watch all the polls, all from the previous month. You know, you can keep it going all year round. You can go back and watch all of the polls throughout all of that. That's Outlaw. So we have outlawpulling.tv and fullpull.live. So there's some upcoming events as well. Mm-hmm. So we got go to Whitewright, Texas after Manila. Then we come back and is it Concord, Nebraska then?
Concord, yep.
Is that right before Rock Valley?
We got Ottawa, then Rock Valley.
Ottawa, Iowa, Concord, Nebraska, then Rock Valley, Iowa, Thunder in the Valley. So thanks for tuning in tonight. Shout out to Todd Gilliland and the Fremont, Michigan poll this Saturday, June 22nd. Chris Shrier came on to talk about Tomah, TomahTractorPull.com. They still have some campsites available as well. It's a great time. And if you get to Tomah or get out to Fremont, Michigan or Manila, Iowa this week, a lot of great events going on all over the country. These are the ones that we're working with to promote for them. So Kenzie, do you got any insightfulness or anything awesome that you want to tell the people tonight?
Let's go pulling.
Let's go pulling. Have a good night, everybody.
Let's make some noise. Good running. John Deere, Animal Deep Iowa coming up. We got one right behind you.